I had the pen in my hand. My lawyer's office smelled faintly of polished wood and ink, and the divorce papers lay before me like a final sentence. One signature, one press of the pen, and 12 years of marriage would be gone. My hand shook, not from love, but from rage. Rage at the betrayal, the lies, the nights of loneliness in a home that was supposed to be ours. I wanted to be free, to cut him off, to erase every piece of him from my life. But then, just as the pen's tip grazed the line where my name was meant to go, there was a faint sound at the door. A whisper of paper sliding across the floor. I froze. My daughter's handwriting, crooked, childlike, peeked out from the folded note. I reached for it, heart thundering, and as I opened it, 4 words stared back at me. "Mommy, please don't sign." I should tell you why that note stopped me. My marriage was never perfect, but it began with hope. I was 23, bright-eyed, too trusting. He was charming, confident, with a smile that could make me forget every red flag waving in the wind. My parents didn't approve, but I didn't care. I thought I had found someone who would protect me, love me, stand by me. For a while, he did. The early years were sweet, flowers on the counter, laughter in the kitchen, late-night drives with the windows down. Then came our daughter, Lily, my sunshine in human form. She was the only good thing we ever built together. But slowly, everything else crumbled. The charm faded into arrogance. The smiles into sneers. The love into distance. He worked late, came home drunk, and smelled of perfume that wasn't mine. I asked questions. He gave excuses. I cried. He laughed. The night I found lipstick on his shirt was the night I stopped being a wife and became a shadow in my own house. For years, I told myself to stay, for Lily. That children needed both parents. That maybe he would change. But he didn't. Instead, he grew crueler, bolder, as if daring me to walk away. And when I finally discovered the truth, that he had been living a double life with another woman, spending our savings, laughing at me behind my back, I decided enough was enough. The divorce papers became my escape plan. My revenge, I thought, would be living well without him. Until Lily slipped me that note. I began my plan quietly. Revenge isn't about screaming in someone's face, it's about patience, precision, and timing. By day, I played the part of the weary wife preparing for divorce. By night, I dug into his secrets. I started with his phone bills. The late-night calls, the hidden numbers, the hotel receipts tucked into his jacket pockets. I gathered everything. Every lie, every affair, every misstep. Then, I followed the money. He thought he was clever, hiding accounts, funneling cash through his mistress, but he forgot I had access to the little things, our bills, our shared accounts, the tax forms he was too arrogant to think I'd ever understand. Piece by piece, I built a case. Not just for divorce, but for destruction. Meanwhile, I pretended nothing had changed. I smiled at him over dinner. I let him think I was broken, that I was retreating. He loved that. He loved thinking he had one. But all the while, I was sharpening my knife. The first strike had to be subtle. If I showed my hand too soon, he'd bury his tracks. So I let a letter, accidentally, reach his office. A letter addressed to me from a bank, hinting at an account under his name that he hadn't declared. I knew his secretary would see it. I knew it would rattle him. That night, he came home pale, his tie loosened, eyes darting. "Did you open my mail?" he snapped. I feigned confusion. "What mail?" He clenched his fists, then stormed off without another word. But I saw it, the fear creeping in. The knowledge that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't as blind as he thought. My second move was bolder. I reached out to the other woman. Not with threats, not with anger. No, I played the curious, heartbroken wife. I asked her questions, listened, even sympathized. And oh, how she talked. She didn't know he had promised me nothing while he promised her everything. She didn't know about the lies he told both of us. By the time I was done, I had enough recordings, messages, and confessions to bury him in court. When she realized what I had, her betrayal turned to fury. She didn't just give me information, she became my weapon. The divorce court date approached. He swaggered in with his lawyer, confident, smirking at me across the table as if I were a lamb led to slaughter. But I had my arsenal ready. One by one, I unveiled it, the hidden accounts, the mistresses, the stolen money, the threats against me and our daughter. My lawyer slid documents across the table like knives. The judge's eyebrows rose higher with each revelation. And then came the mistress, testifying against him. Her voice trembled with rage as she revealed every sordid detail. His face drained of color. The smirk vanished. For the first time, he looked small. When the gavel came down, the victory was mine. Sole custody of Lily. Half of his assets. Restraining orders. His empire crumbling in front of him. But I wasn't finished. Revenge isn't complete until the enemy feels what you felt. He had made me live in fear. He had threatened to take my daughter. So I made sure he lived in fear too. With the evidence of his financial crimes, I tipped off the authorities. Fraud. Tax evasion. Embezzlement. The night they came to arrest him, Lily and I sat by the window. She didn't understand everything, but she knew enough. She knew her father wasn't the hero he pretended to be. I held her close as the sirens wailed. And I whispered, he can't hurt us anymore. Now, I sit in the quiet of my home, divorce papers signed at last, not in defeat, but in triumph. Lily sleeps peacefully down the hall, safe, loved, and free. Do I regret it? Sometimes. Revenge is a poison you drink hoping the other person dies, but sometimes it tastes like justice. He thought he could destroy me. He thought I was weak. But he forgot one thing. A mother will burn the world to protect her child. And I did. The end.